I don't know what's going on with all the planes and whatever, but if it's super noisy, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. It is not in my control. Hello worlds, what's up? I hope you're good. So today we're gonna see what I will be reading in December from the Wild TBR, because there is already a TBR that's out there for the Slavicathon. In case you don't know, I created a mini readathon called the Slavicathon, so the Slavic Readathon that's happening on December 4 and 5, unless you are a patron, so member of the winter pack, then it starts on December 2nd. But yeah, everything will be linked down below, so I have a separate TBR for that, and here is my TBR for the rest of the month. So I have a pile of books here that are my priority for 2021. I filmed like 8 months ago, whatever, a priority of 2021 books or whatever. I did not manage to read many of them, so I'm gonna try to only pick books from that pile of TBR for this. But yeah, I don't know if I need to explain this, but that's how it's gonna work. And also, if you're new here, hello, welcome to the pack. But all the templates from the Wild TBR with the prompts, etc. is gonna be linked down below, so you can use it to pick your own TBR. It's free, so yeah. But okay, roll number 1. Okay, before we go into the rolls, I have here some prompts that I got from my Patreons, so I will put them here. I don't put it on the first one because I don't think I will ever get on the first one, because I play with 2 dice. So let's put that here. Hope it's gonna be enough. Okay. And now if you want to focus, please, that would be super nice of you. Okay, first roll is 8. And that's a double, so I need to add one more throw to the game. That's not fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got this one, which is... Okay, can you just focus on this paper, please? So we have Read a Book featuring a pack, group of friends, family, etc. by Bridget. Thank you so much, Bridget. I will make sure I have something that fits this prompt. I think I do. So it should be okay. Thank you so much for the prompt. And for that one, I think I'm gonna be a bit like cheeky. I'm gonna go with this one. So this is volume 3 of Lock and Key, beautiful cover, etc. It's super short, it's a graphic novel. I read the first 2, really love them, so I want to continue with them. And hopefully, if my TBR is not crazy, I will continue with 4, 5, and 6. Because I want to get them all. They're super amazing. I love the show. I know everyone is saying that the graphic novels are better than the show, because it's always the case, but I'm really looking forward to this book. But the show is amazing, so the show is worth your time, in my humble opinion. Okay, move on. Okay, let's put everything back here. Oops. Do I have everything? Yes, I do. So now we're gonna play the regular TBR with the cards. So here we are for roll 2, and we have 4. Wait, I was on 8. Oh my gosh. So I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was 8. So now I need to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, oh no. No. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because I need to read books that are really on my priority TBR. So let's see what I'm getting here. Okay, so we have Wayfarer series by Becky Chambers. So the first one is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I was not planning on reading it, but Faith, I guess. At least it's sci-fi. I'm excited for sci-fis. So, okay. Thanks, I guess. Of course, when I want to prioritize certain books, I had to pick one from the wild jar, but it's not that bad. I'm not that sad that we picked actually, that we found actually that one, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, because it's definitely on my priority TBR for 2022. I have the first book. I don't believe I have the rest of the series. I only have the first one, right? Or maybe the second one somewhere. But it is a sci-fi, so I'm happy it is not another fantasy, because I really want to read more sci-fi. I don't remember what it is about again. I think it is really character driven with many species, aliens, humans, and other species who have to work together. Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's the summary of that book. Yeah, that's the second one. Lock and Key is a story about a house that's called Key House that has many keys in it, that gives the owner or the user some abilities. It can be really interesting. Okay, the third row is 5. So we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have another 5 here. Maybe I'm not gonna have to add a 7th row, so that would be nice. Okay, this one. So that's gonna be here. Read fantasy. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I can work with that. That's perfect. Then we have Read a Fantasy. So I'm not sure you were able to actually see what was written here, but you saw it at the beginning. So Read a Fantasy. For that one, I'm going to pick the book we will be reading with the Howling Pack in December. And this is Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. And Lee Bardugo said, a dark, thoroughly modern fairy tale crackling with wit and magical mayhem. So I'm really intrigued. I mean, it is Slavic inspired by the Russian folk tale Vasilisa the Beautiful. Yes, it's a beautiful story. I don't know if you know it, but it's really beautiful. I love it. But yeah, that's what I will be reading. And the Howling Pack is a very chill book club I'm hosting. I mean, I have. The link will be down below. Roll number 4. We have 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we have 1. Okay, I believe we will not add a 7th row unless I have only small numbers. Let's see. We have a green cover. I think that one of the books that's on my priority TBR has a green cover, so that should be fun. It's not the less chunky one, but hey. Then we have Read a Book with a green cover. I have one, and I don't know, if you watched that video, you probably know which one I'm gonna pick. But this is The Name of the Wind. I'm finally getting to that beast. It is a chunky beast. 650, 60 pages. I'm really curious. I don't know what it is about. I think it is a story of a guy who's gonna tell his stories to someone else in a tavern or whatever, and he's gonna tell his entire stories in a few days or whatever. So this is just like his entire life told in a few days. I'm really intrigued because this is something that I think I will really enjoy, but it is also chunky. But I feel like with the books that I have already picked, it's okay to add one chunky book, right? I think so. Okay, so we have the next one. The 5th one is 9 again. So we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have another 1. Let's shuffle these. And here we have a power fantasy. I believe I have a book with a wintry setting. So I think it should be fine. It is a retelling, so it definitely works. Okay, that's good. Then we have Read a Power Fantasy, and for that I'm gonna pick Midnight in Everwood, which is a book I will be reading with, for the Enchanted Book Club, with a book club I'm a part of. It will also be linked down below, and it is an adult retelling of Nutcracker, I believe. So it definitely has a wintry vibes because Nutcracker is linked to winter. I mean, at least in my head, and it's during Christmas, so absolutely a power fantasy because it's wintry and everything, so it definitely counts. I don't know much about it except that it is adult and that it is a retelling. That's all I know about, but I'm excited for it, so that's good. Let's hope it is actually the last one here. So we have, so I don't need to pick anything, so I'm out. So that's nice. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. That's good. But yeah, well, that's it for this TBR. It was a nice TBR, not too long. It wasn't too tricky or too like vicious with the books, etc. So I'm happy. So I have 1 graphic novel. I have 1 chunky book. I have 1 book for my Howling Pack, my own book club. I have a sci-fi, and I have a book for the other book club that I have. So it's doable, right? Like, I'm gonna be busy for 4 days to actually read other books, but that for the rest of the month, I feel like it is doable. What do you think? I guess it is. But yeah, well, that's it for now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your TBR looks like for December. Is it chunky? Is it chill? Because it's going to be a very busy month. I feel like this video is going to be super short, which is sweet and I love it. But I shall see you when editing. But yeah, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section as usual. And until next time, take care, Wolves. Bye.